Well, if it isn't the conscript, I never really thanked you for saving my life. What are you talking about? I wanted to serve in the army that saved my family. That's what that was. It was before I was born, but they saved my parents in a tight spot when they were first coming into power in the Midwest. My daddy did his part to thank them, and I wanted to do mine. But life had other plans for me. I was too young to serve in the military. That, accompanied by my small size, made the higher-ups think less of me. I was tired of that shit. Impatient, foolish. So that's when I became someone else. Paladin Lucifer. I faked some paperwork and hid in some covering armor, eventually getting by. But as Paladin Lucifer, I became a bit of a celebrity. Someone admired and feared among the troopers. It was something that I never felt before. It felt good. So I put on the costume more and more, until Paladin Lucifer was all I was. The mindless killing machine that only followed orders. I thought I liked being Paladin Lucifer, but now that everyone knows who I am under the armor, I feel a bit of relief. Like a weight has been lifted. Maybe now, Paladin Lucifer can go into the trash, and Alexis Lubov can resurrect herself. Pardon my melodramatic bullshit. I just had to say it like that because, well, it sounded pretty cool. Being a scribe includes research, lots of bookwork, and time. Leading soldiers into battle is what I wanted, not sitting in a desk. I'm not leaving the Brotherhood. Not now. They have their flaws, but I'm gonna do my best to be sure they improve. Besides, it's time I gave up the persona. I can still fight, and if my fellow soldiers somehow forget that, I'll show him. My name's Alexis Lubov. You can call me Alex. That's what I used to go by back when I was a kid. There were a few men in particular that got a little cocky all of a sudden. It gave me this anxious feeling, like I was naked, you know? I decided to ignore it. Then I reminded them about who I was and what I've done. They gave up their razzing after that. If anyone does it again, I'm not afraid to remind them who I am. Through force. Okay. My parents lived on a farm long before I was born. From what I've been told, things were harsh in those days. The struggle for water was a consistent strain on their minds. They had to make hard decisions about either giving it to the plants or themselves. Then there came a new threat into the picture. A group of raiders calling themselves the Beast Lords. They terrorized the land and forced my parents to give them food. They killed my grandparents to make their point. I don't know the details, just that it must have been very brutal. The Beast Lords were no ordinary raider group. They were tribals that had some connection to the creatures of the wasteland. It was like they controlled them with their minds. Thanks to the Brotherhood, the Beast Lords and all their monsters were wiped out. It's because of them my parents got to live. It was because of them that I could have the chance to be born. My parents became scribes for them, and I got to grow up in a safe, well-educated place. I was an only child, but my parents, they were very good to me. I think my dad may have wanted a boy, but you know how that is. We got along. They're gone now. Mom died when I was young, but Dad... One of the Vault Zero robots went haywire. They say it was an accident, but a lot of good people died that day for it to be just that. I lived with a few people after that, but they didn't care enough about me to notice when I slipped away. When I became Paladin Lucifer. I was 16. I know I look pretty young, but I'm 22 now. Well above the age limit for joining. When I started fighting for the Brotherhood, we were in a major conflict with one of the Brotherhood splinter factions. We were very lone troops back then, so no one asked questions when I adopted the life of someone who fell in battle. Yeah, that's right. I was basically wearing the name of a recruit who died on his first mission. Initiate Zach Marrow. I'll never forget the name. I earned quite the reputation with the Brotherhood, getting a good kill count pretty early and treating my own wounds. When I got my armor, it was easier to hide myself. My voice, my body, everything. What I did would be considered dishonorable. Taking a dead man's name, even if I did give it valor. I made some friends among the scribes here. Scribe Rosenberg has known my identity since before I started. He did some editing on my dossier. I doubt anyone's going to look into it. A lot of soldiers die up there. Well, I didn't exactly go through basic training. A dead man did that for me on paperwork. I learned a lot of what I know from my dad, mainly tactical strategy. Every night we'd play chess together and talk about life. He'd always win. He taught me how to shoot a gun, how to ambush people, and how to hit people where it hurts. Everything else I learned about was from books, like how to make an intimidating presence, how to repair guns, stuff like that. Give me a Gatling laser any day and I'm your girl. I also keep my trusty sidearm safe right here. We've certainly had our adventures together, haven't we? Look, I respect your abilities and the honor you've shown, but I can't just leave the military I've devoted my life to just to follow you. Don't get me wrong, I want to, but those are the kind of thoughts I can't have influencing my decisions. Well, we do work well together. Alright, I'm your girl. I'll follow your lead until command needs me. Yeah.
You there. Are you still looking for work? I need your help with something. Amadeus. He hasn't returned ever since he was sent. He's old, and everyone else seems to think he's fine, but I'm worried. Please, could you find him for me and make sure he's okay? I just want to make sure he's okay. It's important that he's around to manage the others of his kind. Thank you. You won't regret this.
What in the Sam hell you need now? Yes! General Erickson made me aware of the situation. I'm a stern teacher, so you better be ready for this. Otherwise, you're gonna be in for it. What in the Sam hell you need now? You mean the freak of nature talking lizard? Yeah, he was doing recon work around the factory and highway. Haven't heard from him. Hate those things. Not like they can use a radio anyway with those hands of theirs. He's probably off getting some mutant pussy or something. Or maybe the other way around, I don't know what it is anyway. I wouldn't bother looking for him anyway.
Have you ever tried watching Gold Hollow films? I did once. Seeing the world before had its own beauty. It would be nice if there were Hollow films again, or at least if they were restored.
Yes. Can I help you? Excuse me. You've done well. I hope this doesn't hurt morale. Please take this. It's a little thanks from me.
It's my dad. I've got this one. I'm glad to be with you.
What are you doing?
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, okay. Nice talking to you.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the Canyon Lions. I've been hearing much about you and all you've done. Good work! Don't listen to the others. They're rather envious to have been outdone by a civilian, especially Keats. That's right. Well, that's some good work. Normally, I'd have someone fact-check you there. But I had someone report in that the camp was up in smoke. Ha. I'm not supposed to pay for contract work, but I hear Erickson has before, time and time again. Take this and, don't tell anyone.
You are not from here, yes? You have the smell of someone far from here. A wastelander? West, perhaps. Amadeus, the scholar, the Alpha. Where I hail from, the concept is not rare. Our types hold vast intelligence that some of you barely tend to grasp. We are stronger, faster, and smarter. However, we lack the motor functions that you humans take so half-heartedly. I am the Alpha. I command my flock of this chapter. That was before many went missing. There are few of us left here, and with one of the 4 broodmothers dead, our numbers continue to dwindle. I train my own kind. A mere human wouldn't be up to the task. My kind are intelligent, but the younger ones are ornery. Some go missing in the wasteland, wanting to be their own master. The broodmothers are the basis of our kind. The Brotherhood have their elders, but we have our higher kin. The matriarch gained us a spot in civilization. The 4 mothers stabilized us in the Midwest. There are only 3 now, after the child foolishly killed her. It was one I picked for myself. There was a talented musician centuries ago that followed the same name, Mozart. We follow the same mystery. There have been an increasing amount of mutated Deathclaws as of late. The ones who can turn invisible. There was an outpost who was studying them, but they have recently gone silent. If you could find the source of these beings, it would help our relations here in the wasteland. These kind are not like us. They lack the intelligence. Yes, goodbye. Greetings. Well, you are stronger than I anticipated. Well done. Perhaps I have misjudged you, human. Here, I offer my reward to you.